manager, which means that all of the programs that we currently have at HTA, I work with the team to think about the programs that we want to offer, the pricing that we should have, the kind of learning experience that we want to have. And then I have a team of qualified industry experts who work as subject matter experts with me, and they develop the program and we make it live. So anything and everything related to all of our products, which are primarily the training programs that we are offering, I'm the one who is responsible for it. And today's session is all about these products, the programs that we offer, and I'll be able to share all the information about the certifications. What does the price include? What is the price for each of our program? And then at the end of our session, we will also have some discounts that I'll be sharing with you. So I'm going to get started with the introduction of Health Tech Academy, which is the training provider that offers all of these training programs. We are based in Austin, so our headquarters are in Austin. Our team is based all across the US and all across the globe. All of our team comes with more than 25 years of edtech experience, and 15 plus years of healthcare experience as well. We currently have 30 plus coaches now. This wasn't really updated recently. So we now have 30 plus coaches, and these are industry experts who work with the students one-on-one to help you on your journey for a successful healthcare career. And we currently have more than 1,000 students enrolled in one of our programs. We are enrolling about 100, 120 students every month. And we have a dedicated team of student support, which is available to all the students to make sure that your entire learning experience is seamless and smooth. So before I start sharing about all the information that we have, I just want you all to familiarize yourself with Zoom. If you haven't really attended a webinar on Zoom previously, you should be able to see a question answer feature. I recommend you to use the question answer feature whenever you want to ask a question. I would strongly recommend if you can wait for your questions towards the end of the session so I can answer all the questions all together. But if there is anything which you think you can forget and you want to ask between the session, you can ask it. We have some of my team members on this call. They'll be able to respond to that during the session. And if there's anything that I need to respond, I can respond to it towards the end of the session. So stick around till the end to learn about some of the deals that we are offering and the discounts for some of the programs. So let's move on to the table of contents. So this is what we are going to do. I've shared a little bit about HTA and what we do. I'll share a little more. Then I'll talk about our program experience, our partners, the program flexibility that we have, and the learning format. Then we're going to talk about the future of allied healthcare, where I'll talk about some of the trends that we see today and the ones that we are anticipating in the future. And I'll be talking about how you can stay relevant to all those trends. Then I'll be talking about our boot camps. So I'll be covering these, I think, 9 or 10 boot camps that we offer. Although we have 3, 4 more boot camps that we recently launched. And I'll talk about that at the end of all of these boot camps. But you can find all the information on website. Then I'll also talk about the admission process. How does the process look like there? Then I'll talk about the financing options. So you have different options of paying upfront, which gives you a lot of incentive in terms of heavy discounts that we offer. Then we have monthly installment plans that are available, study now, pay later options, which depends on the credit check, and some other eligibility criteria. Then some of the Army fundings, and then Viova funding as well, workforce fundings. I'll cover that towards the end as well. Then we have HTA Career Services. We have a dedicated team that helps you with your career, you can say the professional development process. They help you with your resume and everything else. So I'll be talking about that. Then you'll be able to see some of our student testimonials and what they say about the experience that they had with HTA. And then we will end the session with question answers. So let's get started with HTA. So as I shared, we come with HTA and its team comes with over 20 years of experience in flexible and accessible online trainings. Doesn't matter which kind of sector you want to talk about. We have a team which comes with diverse experience, healthcare, IT, sales. We have experience in all of these fields. And we build programs at HTA. We build programs around the growing areas of allied healthcare. We started off with medical assistant, dental assistant, pharmacy technician programs, and now we have more than 12 programs that we are currently offering, and we are going to talk about all of them in detail in a bit. I've shared that we are based in Texas, but our programs are delivered 100% online. They are self-paced, they are tailored to fit seamlessly into your schedule. So it doesn't matter if you are a full-time student, a full-time employee, or self-employed, or you are a full-time mother. It doesn't matter. You can carry forward this program with the support of our sport team, because it's self-paced, and you can carry it forward according to your own schedule. We are partners with different universities and employers, so that we can help you with your career, in terms of your certification that you do from HTA, and then finding the jobs. In all of those processes, these collaborations and these partnerships are very handy. Our vision is to transform and innovate the way healthcare professionals are educated, hired, and retained. And our mission is to solve healthcare's staffing challenges by partnering with universities, employers, and educating citizens for emerging and diverse roles through apprenticeship learning pathways, and career coaching. How our bootcamp works. I personally work with the industry experts, with universities, employers, healthcare partners, to create industry aligned boot camps. And all of these boot camps are designed using the guidelines and outlines that are available by the certifying bodies, which are regulated by the states. And all of our programs are ensured in a way that you are able to learn about each and everything that you need in order to pass the certification, and also to become a successful professional in that particular field. So our boot camps include modules, courses, and quizzes, and everything is designed to fit around your schedule. You will never ever have a fixed schedule. You can work on it on your own. But our support would be available for you in different ways, and you will get to know about that in a bit. We emphasize on online learner success through bootcamp sport and career services. So there are a lot of teams that are involved throughout the process. But the three key aspects of our bootcamps and the certification programs are that it is on demand, it is self-paced learning. So you can start any day. If you get enrolled today, you can probably start in the next 48 hours. And then we also offer one-on-one coaching sessions, and that is where you can talk to an industry expert about anything that you are struggling with. If you're doubtful about your career, anything that scares you, and you want to talk to somebody, that would be your chance. You can talk to them one-on-one, get the coaching. If there's a topic that you are confused about, it is not making sense to you, or you think that the content that has been delivered was not enough for you to understand those concepts, you can talk to the coach for that as well. And that takes me to our partners. So we are partners with NCCT for our Search Tech program. A lot of our programs are through NHA. We are partners with UTA, Hofstra. We are approved by Texas Workforce Commission, and also workforce commissions of many other states. So these are some of the partners, and you can find information about a lot of other partners and employers on our website as well. In terms of our program flexibility, as I've explained it quite a few times already, our programs are basically designed for anybody, including beginners who may have limited or no healthcare background at all. For completion of all of our programs, you are not required to reallocate anywhere. You can be based anywhere around the US, and you can complete these programs because these are 100% online. Okay, so that brings me to my favorite part, which I think would be very, very exciting. And that is future of allied healthcare. The trends that we see currently with allied healthcare jobs is that they are in a very, very high demand. And we anticipate this demand to only grow. Jobs will increasingly involve integrating technology such as remote patient monitoring and AI-driven diagnostics, and a lot of technology is going to come in the future. The best way to catch all those future healthcare trends is to be working in the industry. And in order to work in the industry, you need a starting point, and you are at the right place where we can offer these programs, which can be the starting point of your journey to become a successful allied healthcare professional. You can start gaining experience on an entry level position right after the certification is completed and the requirements are met. Um, but if you look at some of the other trends that we have, like surgical technology, we are now looking at a lot of intraoperative imaging, robot-assisted surgery proficiency. Then in pharmacy, we have a lot of automations that are happening and a lot of softwares which are powered by AI and technology. And then if you talk about medical assisting, there we see AI-powered electronic health records management, which is very, very helpful in a lot of the healthcare institutes. Then patient assessment is being automated. Then if you talk about the sterilization process, we see a lot of automation there for the operation equipment that goes on, and the packaging software proficiencies through AI and technology as well. So there's a lot of technology, a lot of AI, and you might feel like, oh, I don't know about AI that much. I don't know about technology that much, but you can still learn about one of these fields and start working in the field. And these technologies and the AI will be there to help you do your job better, help the patients better. It is not going to take away your job. It is only going to help you assist more patients, become more productive, become more efficient. But the key is to get into the industry, and through all of the programs that we offer, you can get into the industry, allied healthcare profession. When I talk about getting into the allied healthcare professional, um, our boot camps are the first step to make that happen. And we currently have, as I told, more than 12 boot camps that we are offering, and you can find the information for all these boot camps on our website. But I'm going to give you a very, very high overview for all of these programs. So let's start with surgical technologists. So the certification that we offer for surgical technology is TSC, which is Tech in Surgery Certification, and this is offered by NCCT. This is a nationally accredited certification, nationally recognized certification by NCCA. And we are partners with NCCT to offer this program. The duration of this program is 16 weeks. Now, remember, because this is a self-paced program, the 16 weeks figure is estimated. You do get access to all of our content for 12 months. So even if you want to take it slow and steady, you can do it. But if you want to do it sooner, you can absolutely complete it in as little as 16 weeks. The certification I've already told, it's NCCT's TSC certification. The tuition fee for this program is $3,450. And we have monthly installment options starting from $266 a month. In terms of eligibility, you do not require any kind of background. You only need to have a high school diploma or any equivalent qualification. You need to have internet and basic computer skills. You should know how to browse on internet because you will be taking all of your program online, and you might have some of the projects that you will have to complete online. You should be able to connect with your coach on Zoom. You should be able to interact with the team over the email as well. That is the criteria. But for surgical technologist role, this is not, this is, I mean, you can still get entry level roles if you are doing a Surg Tech certification, but Surg Tech is considered to be an advanced level certification. Why? Because this is a critical role. It's not that easy for you to get in for a role like Surg Tech. Not saying that you cannot do it. You can. NCCT does not have a requirement for you to have healthcare background, but it's not easy to find the externship, to find the jobs if you do not have healthcare background and healthcare experience. So often we do recommend the students to look at other programs that we have. Sterile processing technician is one of those roles. where you can start your search tech career journey. You can start with sterile processing technician, become a certified sterile processing technician, and then step into the search tech world. And the timeline probably remains the same because you can find an externship or a role for sterile processing technician sooner than you can find for search tech. And I'm talking about, the average time that we normally see for most of our students. So you can start with sterile processing technician, gain some experience, 6 months, 1 year, and then move to search tech. That is the ideal approach. But again, this is not a requirement. If you really want to do search tech, you can still do it. But remember, there will be a bumpy path in terms of finding the externship and the hospitals for jobs. In terms of our offerings, all the program is self-paced. We offer one-on-one coaching with the industry experts. These people have um, the same certification that you guys are preparing for, and some of the coaches are also professors who are teaching the same program in the colleges. We also offer certification exam preparation course at the end of the program, so you can, check your knowledge, test yourself before actually appearing for the actual certification exam. We have career support available, which is part of the same tuition. Then we have ebook, then we have skills videos and the exam voucher. So you don't have to pay anything separately. Exam voucher fee is also included in the tuition that you pay. Now, one very important thing that you have to understand, that all of these certifications are nationally recognized, but there are a few states where they have additional requirements, and according to those requirements, our programs are not available for those particular states. Because if you have NCCT certification and you are from one of these states, you will find it very difficult to find a job. You can move to another state and find a job. That works if that's possible. But ideally, if you are based in one of these states and you want to enroll in search tech, we don't recommend that. So I do see some of the questions coming in. I will definitely get to them in a bit. In fact, if it's about search tech, let me just respond to it right now. Yes, that is true. So if you are already working the OR, it is absolutely easier to get a job as a search tech. So even if you have any kind of healthcare experience, it is easier. But if you have an experience like OR, absolutely, you will have advantage over the rest of the people who do not have any experience at all. All right, so this is done. You can download the syllabus and the content outline on our website that is available on the website. So go on the website and you can download it there. Let's move on to the next program now, and that is medical assistant. I love this program because the best thing about any program that I can think of is you can do the certification, pass it, and you can start finding roles right away, and you can find a lot of roles available. And medical assistant is one of those programs. Dental assistant is another program where you can, do the certification and you can find a job very, very soon as compared to search tech and some of the other roles. So the duration of our program is again 16 weeks. It's pretty similar. The certification that we offer is CCMA by NHA, and the tuition is the same for as search tech as well. Eligibility remains the same. No healthcare experience required at all. So, all the things that I talked about search tech do not really apply here. You can find an entry-level role a lot easier. And remember, when I say easier, I'm comparing it to search tech. I'm not saying that, oh, you do the certification and you will have a job the next day. No, that's not how it works. You still have to, apply for jobs, try to find some sites where you find some roles available, but it is easier as compared to search tech. Okay, so the offerings are the same. Certification exam preparation is available. The career support is available. The ebook is going to be included as well. And when you look at the restricted states for this program, the number is very small. So these are only 2 states where this certification is not accepted, which means that if you have this certification and you are in one of these states, you will find it very difficult to find a job because the state regulations do not allow this certification. Okay, I have a couple of other questions, so let's have a look at it. Okay, so when it comes to the salary bracket, that is going to be different for all of the programs. So I cannot tell you that, okay, this is the price point, this is the, the salary that you can get. But if you talk about the range, that is anywhere between 35K to, I mean, 30K to 50K is the range that we normally see, but it really depends on the place where you're applying, the state that you are based in, because it is going to be different for each of the state. But a good question, and a very interesting thing that I can share about this is that in our platform, when you go onto our dashboard, you have a feature where you can find the career data and the career growth figures inside the platform. So you can write in the program that you, or the career that you're looking for, and you can write your state, and it will tell you the number of job opportunities that are available in that particular state, the average salary for that particular state, and it will give you a link to go to Indeed or all other job sites where you can find all those job openings available. So that's I thought that was a good opportunity to share that. Um, Again, you can download the syllabus from our website. That's very straightforward. Go to the website, go to the medical assistant programs product page, and you'll be able to find the information. And the next program is patient care technician. Okay, so patient care technician is a very, very similar program to medical assistant. And the certification, I mean, the kind of content that we cover in this program is also similar to medical assistant as well. The kind of jobs available are also similar. This is the certification by NHA as well. This is, again, a nationally recognized certification, nationally accredited certification. And the certification's name is CPCT, Certified Patient Care Technician. The tuition fee is the same as medical assistant. Eligibility is the same. The offerings are the same. The only thing which is different is the restricted state. So you can see there is North Dakota here, which wasn't there for the medical assistant program. So if you are in any of these three states, we strongly recommend that you do not enroll for patient care technician role. Download the syllabus on the website. Pharmacy technician. Okay, so pharmacy technician role is also in high demand. This is also one of those roles where you are not required to do externship. Oh, one thing that I probably missed, and I would like to go back to surgical technology and let you guys know that for surgical technology, you have to complete certain number of hours, not hours, certain number of cases in a clinic in order to become certified. And that's how that's how it is a bit difficult as compared to rest of the programs in order to become certified surge tech. Because there are a lot of requirements that you have to complete. And in order to get the externship, that's also a difficult process. So to find an externship site which is ready to have you, and they also have capacity to facilitate you during your clinicals. So surgical technology has that requirement. Medical assistant does not have that requirement. Patient care technician does not have that requirement. Pharmacy technician does not have that requirement as well. So this is certified phlebotomy pharmacy technician certification, and that's by NHA. Again, it's a nationally recognized and nationally accredited certification. The price point is the same, tuition is the same, eligibility criteria is the same, so I'm not going to repeat myself. The offerings remain the same as well. So you can prepare for the course, prepare for the certification from our online portal, and then do your one-on-one coaching sessions with our industry experts. And at the end of the program, we will enroll you into a certification exam preparation course that will tell you if you are really ready for the certification or not. We also have career support, ebooks, skills videos, and exam voucher, which are included in this tuition fee. Now, the restricted state list is a bit longer for pharmacy technician because there is another certification which is often preferred by a lot of the states, including the states where we are currently offering the program. And that certification is through PTCB. It's called Certified Pharmacy Technician as well, CPHT, but it is through PTCB. And if you are based in any of these states, you will be happy to know that we are now going to offer pharmacy technician certification through PTCB as well. So you can enroll in the program, and the program will be able to prepare you for both of these certification, and you can choose which one you want to go for. And that program is going to be live in the next couple of weeks. So keep an eye on our website. Whenever that is announced, we will let you know. I have 5 years of MA and 3 years of Scrub Tech, but I don't have any certification as Scrub Tech. My question is, what would be the schedule for the surgical tech? If you're talking about the schedule for your clinicals, we cannot talk about it because that depends on the externship site that you have chosen. They will have to give you the schedule, and of course, they will ask you about your availability, and it will work like that. But if you're talking about our program and the schedule of our program, that is absolutely flexible according to your on hours. You just have to keep making progress on our portal and make sure that you are scheduling the sessions with the instructor, with the coach, and also make sure that you're covering the same content through the ebook as well. So all of the content that we cover online, we also have an ebook. So the ebook, it helps you get to know each concept in a lot more depth, and you're able to see a lot more visuals. And that is very, very important for all of the programs, because that will help you understand how you are going to deal with certain situations. You will be able to uh, kind of revise all the concepts that you have already covered on the online platform. And sometimes the same thing that we have covered on the online platform is explained in a different way in the ebook. And that's why it's very important for you to read the ebook. It's very, very, very important. I cannot emphasize enough on this, because there are a lot of times, because it's an online program, we are trying to deliver the program. We're trying to make sure that we deliver everything in our capacity, and it should be digestible, interesting, engaging. But at the same time, sometimes there are certain things that you might miss, although we have told you about those things, but you have missed them. So when you are reading the ebook, you are able to cover all of those things yet again. And I think that can really help you excel. And it will help you pass our quizzes easily. It will also help you pass the certification exam preparation course easily. It will help you pass the practice exam easily, and it will help you pass the certification exam itself as well. And it will also help you become a better professional, because you don't want to be a certified professional who goes into the field and then struggles to understand everything, because you probably didn't understand theory in a way that you should have understood. So that's why it is very, very important. But remember, if you are from one of these states, we are going to offer the PTCB pharmacy technician certification in the next couple of weeks. That brings me to dental assistant program. So dental assistant program, again, just like medical assistant, I strongly recommend, if you are thinking about starting your career in healthcare, and you want to find a program where you can complete the certification and you can get into the field and find a job easily and soon, then dental assistant is definitely that program. The certification that we offer is called Registered Dental Assistant by AMT. The duration is the same. The certification I've just told. Tuition fee is the same. Eligibility criteria is the same. The offerings are the same. And these are just 6 states where this program is not available. Although the dental assistant program has some of additional requirements in terms of some radiology certification and another small certification that you have to do, and we guide you about it. It is not part of this tuition that we are charging you, but everything else is included in terms of the exam preparation course, the ebook, the exam voucher. Everything is included, but the other certifications, and that depends on your state. Some states ask for it, some states do not ask for it, and that's why it's not part of our offering. Again, if you want to download the syllabus, you can download it from our website. But remember, you do not need any kind of externship experience in order to become a dental assistant. And that brings me to sterile processing technician, which is CRCST by HSPA. So this is the certification that I was talking about, that if you really, really want to get into search tech because you think search tech can pay a little bit more, remember that it can pay a little bit more. But at the same time, it is also difficult to get into surgical technology as a field. Now, again, I'm not saying if you really want to get into search tech, we are not going to enroll you in it. We will definitely enroll you in it, but we recommend you to look into the other options where it would be easier for you to become a search tech. And sterile processing technician is definitely a great way to do that. Why? Because you're able to find externship sites a bit easier as compared to search tech. And as you gain a little bit of experience, or even if you just have the sterile processing technician certification and you have completed your clinicals, If you are moving to Surge Tech afterwards, that makes it a lot easier. And we strongly recommend that. Now, in order to pass the certification, you have to, of course, appear for the certification exam. But along with that, you also have to complete 400 hours of clinicals for sterile processing technician as well. And if you don't complete that, you won't be certified. You can appear for the certification exam before completing the clinicals as well. That is the case with Surge Tech as well. All the uh, all the programs that have the requirement of the clinicals allow you to sit for the exam before the clinicals. But do we recommend that? Absolutely not. Why? Because we think that it's not we think. Absolutely, when you go into the clinicals and you are learning everything, you are able to answer the questions in the exams a lot better as well. And we have had a few cases where the students really wanted to appear for the exam and pass the exam and then start finding their externship sites. And they found it difficult. They passed the exam, but it was a bit difficult for them as compared to the students who went into the field, gained the externship experience, completed their clinical requirements, and then appeared for the certification exam. So we strongly recommend you to follow the same journey. Again, you can download the syllabus from our website. All right, so the next one, and we have three more to go. The next one here is phlebotomy technician, which is certified phlebotomy technician by NHA. Remember, I've told you about two programs till now that have externship requirements, surgical technology and sterile processing technician. And this is the third one, phlebotomy technician. This program is shorter than all of the other programs that I just shared about. The duration of this program is 12 weeks. So you can complete it in 3 months. Remember, I'm talking about it tentatively. It depends on the time that you're spending on the program on weekly basis. The certification is Certified Phlebotomy Technician by NHA. It's a nationally recognized certification. The tuition is $2,000 upfront, and monthly installment option starts from $141 a month. Eligibility is the same. Offerings are the same. We include everything there. And the restricted states here are, of course, different. And these are 6 states where this program is not available. This program has externship requirements. All of the details are available on our website, but you don't need to worry about it at this point. You can enroll into the program, complete the certification training program, and then start finding your clinicals or worry about it. Again, you can download the syllabus on our website. Medical coding. So this is an advanced level certification, and coming up next is a entry level certification. Medical coding certification normally people do after completing the medical billing specialist programs or medical billing specialist certifications. This is a 14 weeks long program. Certification is CPCA through AAPC, and the tuition is $3,450 upfront, and monthly installment options start from $266. Rest of the things are the same as other programs. No requirement for externships, and there are no restricted states for this program as well. That was the same, no restricted states for sterile processing technician program as well. You can download all the information on the website. Medical Billing and Coding Specialist Program. This is CBCS Certified Billing and Coding Specialist by NHA. Again, a nationally recognized certification. It's very easy to find. I mean, I'm saying whenever I'm using all these words, easy or difficult, I am talking in comparison to other programs. So when I compare it with Surge Tech, when I compare it with sterile processing, it's easier to find a job as medical billing and coding specialist. And the program cost is the same, although this program is shorter, but this program requires you to have a lot of you need the ebook, but along with that, you also need the hard copy of coding manuals, which are required in order to sit for the exam. So we send you those coding manuals towards the end of the program, and that's the reason why the cost of this program is not the same as other 12 weeks long programs as well. But rest of the things are the same. There are no restricted states. Now, these are the 10 programs that we have. And as I told you about another program, which is Pharmacy Technician Program by PTCB, That will be live in the next 2 weeks. But we also have 3 new programs that we recently launched, and I want to take this opportunity to share about those programs. The first one of those, in fact, wait a second, I have another program coming, but it's fine. I can cover it. The 3 new programs. The first one is EKG technician, which is certified EKG technician by NHA. It is a 12 weeks long program. 12 weeks is tentative. Remember that. The tuition is 2,000. Eligibility criteria is pretty much the same. The offerings are pretty much the same. There are restricted states. You can find the information on the website. The next one is electronic health record specialist. And the electronic health record specialist program is certified electronic health record specialist certification, CEHRS certification, again by NHA. It's a nationally recognized certification. Its duration is the same, 12 weeks, and the tuition is the same as EKG as well. That is $2,000. And restricted states information and everything else, you can check it on website. And the last one is healthcare leadership. Healthcare leadership program is for those who aspire to become leaders in the healthcare industry. And this can be anyone. If you're just starting in the healthcare industry and you want to become a leader in future, and you want to become a well-rounded professional from day one, you can take that course, because it's not that you have to take that course when you have 3-4 years of experience. You can still do it and benefit from the learnings about leadership. And that program offers HTA certification. So this is not a certification through another certifying body. That brings me to my last program, which is Healthcare IT. So Healthcare Information Technology program offers 2 certifications. This is the only program that we currently have that comes with 2 certifications and 2 exam vouchers. And the first certification is ITF Plus, which is IT Fundamentals Plus by CompTIA, and the other one is the one that I just shared about, CEHRS, which is Certified Electronic Health Record Specialist by NHA. The duration of this program is 16 weeks. There are 2 certifications, and the tuition fee is $3,950 because of the 2 certifications. But it's a heavy loaded program. And this program, although it does prepare you for ITF Plus and CEHRS, but at the same time, it also helps you learn a lot more other things in order to become a well-rounded IT professional working in the healthcare field. You learn about basics of data, how to use the data, how to play with it in order to serve the business purposes or whatever the purpose you have in your role. It helps you understand basics of product management and a lot of other information, which is very, very handy. And it can help you excel in your role a lot faster as compared to rest of the people. This program is restricted in these 4 states, and this restriction is because of the CEHRS certification, not because of ITF Plus. So you can still enroll in the program if you are from one of these states, but your CEHRS certification would not really hold a lot of value in these states. But ITF Plus would work, and you can also work in any other states. Rest of the offerings remain the same. So this is all about all of the programs that we have. And I'm just going to repeat one last thing, and that is about the externship requirements or the clinicals requirement. Remember, I talked about surgical technology. It has clinical requirements, and it's a bit difficult to complete those requirements, but we can help you make that happen. The second one is what was it? A sterile processing technician. And the third one was EKG technician. And the third one was phlebotomy technician. And the fourth one is the EKG technician. I haven't had a slide to present EKG technician, but I shared with you guys that we recently launched EKG technician program. And that program also has clinical requirements. And that takes me to the next part of our webinar, and that is the admission process. So admission process is pretty straightforward. You fill an online form, you schedule a call with an admission advisor, you discuss the details of the bootcamp and the eligibility requirements, which are not very, eligibility requirements are pretty straightforward, pretty simple. You pay your tuition and you complete the enrollment, and you are enrolled in your preferred bootcamp. So it's a very straightforward process. At the end of this webinar, you will have QR codes available where you can schedule a call, you can do a career assessment, and another QR code that you will see at the end as well. That's the admission process. When it comes to the financing options, we have quite a few options available here. There's a question, does working for hospital or EMT experience count as healthcare experience? So it depends. So when it comes to surgical technology, any experience would work, any experience would be helpful, but the experience that can absolutely help is where you deal with the patients directly. So that kind of experience would be very, very useful and helpful for surgical technology. Any other experience can help, but not that much. Like, compare yourself to somebody who has nothing to do with any hospitals. They have no experience related to healthcare or hospitals. But when it comes to other roles like medical billing and coding, healthcare IT, or what other programs? Yeah, these two three programs which are not that I mean, you can still work with the patients. You might have to interact with the patients, but you don't really directly work with them, or you don't have to observe them. In that case, this kind of experience would definitely be useful for getting a job. But otherwise, for the clinical roles, this this is better than not having experience, but it won't make a very big difference. I hope that helps. So financing options, we have quite a few financing options that are available. Upfront payment, and you get a heavy discount. And when I say heavy, I mean it. If you pay upfront. Then we have monthly installment options, which you can apply through our financing partners like Meritize, Headley, Salime, and some of other partners are also there, and you can pay through them. Then study now, pay later option, which is our partnership with a firm, but it depends on your eligibility. So please talk to the admissions team about it if you are interested in study now, pay later option. Then military education benefits, which is MICA. Some of the eligible students can apply for military funding, and they can reach out to our team and we can help you with those fundings. Then we have Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act, WIOVA fundings available as well. And you can look at the criteria that I'll be sharing in a bit, which is available to support anybody who has, who meets the eligibility criteria, and employment-based training is offered to those. So when it comes to Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act, this is the criteria for the grant funding which is available. So if you meet this criteria, you can reach out to our Director of Workforce Development, Carla Coleman. This is her email, and this is her contact details as well. Take a screenshot if this is relevant to you, and reach out to her, and she'll be able to assist you with the next steps. And that takes me to our next step. And I think this is something that a lot of you guys would be thinking about. So we have a career services team, a dedicated career services team. And remember, our career services team is there to facilitate the process for you. They will never apply for jobs for you. They will never apply for externships for you, but they will assist you in all of that process. Because a lot of times when you're applying for jobs, you're applying for externships, your job sites want to get in touch with your educational institute. They will help you do that. A lot of times they want to get affiliated, or they want to have the affiliation with your education provider. They will help you do that, and we do it for all of our students. They'll also help you with your resume, with your calls, with your emails, with your interviews, anything and everything. And they will assist you with that process, and they'll be available on call. But remember, we will not claim or promise you to hand you the fish. We will tell you how you can learn and how you can catch your first fish, and how you can find your first healthcare job. And we will give you access to the network of our peers and alumni and our employer network as well. But the job would be very much yours, to find your externship site or find your first job. We will be there to assist you throughout that process. In order to make that happen, you will have 2 career advising sessions. One will be scheduled when you'll be done with almost 50% of your course, and the last one would be scheduled when you'll be done with 100% of your course. And throughout this time, they will ask you to work on your resume, your LinkedIn profile, and they will tell you how to really use your network and how to excel in the field of healthcare using that network. Now, one very important aspect which I think you guys should understand is that there are a lot of tools that are going to be available throughout your learning journey related to career support. And the first one I just shared, one-on-one career advising, where you can get personalized support, anything that you struggle with, our career advisor will help you with it. Then we have a career prep course, which is very interesting, very engaging. At the end of every boot camp, there is a course which is called Career Prep Course, which helps you learn some of the soft skills and hard skills in order to become a well-rounded professional. So you learn about time management, you learn about a little bit about project management, a lot of other basic tools that are required in order to become a successful professional in today's age. We will also assist you with professional profile building guidelines. You'll be able to set up your professional profiles like LinkedIn. You'll be able to write your resume, write your cover letters, and everything will be done with the support of our career services advisor. And if you ever have an interview scheduled, or there is a call that you are making to your potential employer and you want to talk to somebody, our career advisor would be there to guide you, to help you understand what kind of questions you need to ask to them and what kind of questions they will ask from you. So that will make your process a lot more comfortable and you will feel confident when you will talk to them. And that takes me to our student testimonials. So these are some of the student testimonials which are available on Trustpilot. You feel free to go on Trustpilot and read some of these testimonials. And along with that, I will now present to you one of our students, which is currently working as a dental assistant. I'm going to present her testimonial in a video format, and I'm going to present it to you guys in next 2 seconds. You should be able to see it and hear it. Can somebody confirm in the chat bot that they are able to listen to this video? Now,
my name is Kaylee Fender. I live in Indiana. And I have future aspirations of being a dentist one day. So I really wanted to start at the foundation of dentistry as a dental assistant and sort of become more well-rounded and gain some more experience in the field before I follow my dreams one day as a dentist. So I really needed to find a program that worked really well with my schedule. I was a full-time student at university, and then once I graduated, I've been a full-time employee Monday through Friday all day. So it was really hard for me to get into an in-person program. So I have found that Health Tech Academy was really great, especially with it being all online and at my own pace. I could manage my full-time schedule as well as this program. And I really enjoyed the course material. I found that it aligned with a lot of other classes that I've taken involving dental assisting and dentistry itself. And so it was really nice to brush up on all of these topics. And I really liked how each module had its own quiz as well as its own exam. So I felt like I could go ahead and knock out the quizzes and then come back for review and do the exams and make sure that I'm hitting all those important points with the material. I also really liked the helpfulness of the team. I was constantly meeting with my advisor and she was always on time. She always had sort of a schedule laid out for us, like this is what we'll cover this meeting. By next meeting, you should be doing this. So I felt like I was really on track. And I feel like I did kind of go through the program quicker than many students would, but I felt that the team was really good about keeping up with my pace, and so I really appreciated that. I wasn't really expecting all of the support, especially with like getting into an externship. I figured since the program was online, I would kind of have to like, learn on my own. But I really appreciated that you guys helped me.
So I'm just going to cut it off here because we don't have a lot of time, and I just want to make sure that we get to the end of our presentation, and then I want to give time to you guys to ask any questions at the end. So let's just move to, oh, okay. So we are on the question answers. There are some of the FAQs here. How long does an HTA bootcamp take to complete? So it depends. I've explained this quite a few times, but it depends on your pace. Now, you can complete it in 3 to 4 months, but if you want to take it slow, you can do that, and you have access to the program for 12 months. The tuition cost for an HTA bootcamp is different for each bootcamp. Most of the programs are 3,450, but there are a few programs out there which is $2,000 as well, and then there are a couple of programs which are $3,950 as well. Can I keep working while I take a boot camp? Absolutely, yes. That's the purpose. That's why we are self-paced. That's why we are online. You can absolutely work while you take the boot camp. Just schedule your coaching sessions and your career advising sessions during the time when you are available, and you will see availability during those hours. Will I get a job after completing an HTA bootcamp? Of course, you will be eligible to apply for different jobs because you will be certified after completing all the requirements. But do we guarantee that? No, we will not. We will not give you your job. We will help you for that entire process to find a job with our career services team. So they will be there to help you throughout that process. What is the criteria to qualify to apply for HTA boot camps? The eligibility criteria is pretty straightforward. You need to have at least high school level qualification or anything equivalent, and you need to have a good internet, any device like a laptop or PC where you can take the program, and you should know how to browse on internet. That's the qualification criteria. And in the meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask those questions here. When you take the exam for search tech, is that online, or do we have to go to a specific place to take it? Okay. I like all your questions that you are asking, Sandy. So search tech program, of course, is online. The one that we are offering, the clinicals have to be on ground. Of course, you can't do clinicals. You can't be in a surgery being online. But the exam has the option to do it either online or in person as well. So it depends. While you will schedule the exam, you can talk to the student support team, and they'll be able to assist you with the options that are available. You can absolutely go to their center, which are available in all of the states, and you can also do it online. So both of the options are available, because the exam necessarily doesn't require you to do certain steps, because those steps have to be completed during your externship. And remember, whenever you do the externship, there would be someone from the externship site who will actually be there to sign off all those scrubs that you have completed, all those cases that you have completed, and they will sign it off, and you will have to submit that to HTA and your certifying body in order to confirm that you have completed those requirements, and only then you will receive the certification. So I am going to be here. I'm going to wait for anybody else who wants to ask any questions. But here are 3 QR codes. You can visit the HTA website here. Then you can talk to our admissions directly. You can call here. You can send an email here. Or you can schedule the call right away by scanning this QR code. And you can, if you're confused which program you should be choosing, then we have a career assessment quiz. So you can complete this quiz through this QR code, and it will recommend you some of the bootcamp options that you can take. No worries, Sandy. All right, I'm not sure if there's anybody else with any questions. So I'm going to give you guys another 3 minutes to ask any questions if there are any. Otherwise, I think we are good to go. But I will leave you guys to this. If you guys are sure about a boot camp and you're like, oh, I'm going to take that boot camp, I will strongly suggest you to talk to the admissions team, see what they say, ask them all the questions, ask them all the tough questions, anything you're concerned about, ask it to them, and I'm sure they'll be able to assist you with that process. No worries, Thomas. I really appreciate. No worries. Feel free to ask any other questions. You can email our admissions team. You can email anybody. If you want to talk to me directly and you think I'm the one who should be answering your questions, you can talk to me directly at danish.khan. You can see my name spelling on the screen. So danish.khan @healthacademy.org. You can absolutely email me as well, and I'll be able to assist you with any of your questions. But otherwise, if you are, if you want somebody to be on call with you, a Zoom call or a normal call, whatever, and you want to schedule a call, I strongly suggest you to schedule the call with our admissions team. That's a good question. Absolutely, Viola funding is only available in certain states and for certain programs, because it depends if the funding is available for that particular program. So it's not that straightforward of a process. So if you are eligible according to that criteria, I strongly recommend that you email Carla. Her contact details were mentioned over there. If you want, I can go back to that slide as well, so you can get her contact details again, if you haven't really captured it earlier. All right. Any other questions, anybody? Perfect. Perfect. All right, then I think we are good to go. Thank you so much, everyone who joined. It was really nice talking to all of you, although, of course, we couldn't really interact. But I am thankful to everybody who asked the questions, and for all the thank yous. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you all in one of our boot camps, and we will be here to support you in every possible way. Our team is there. We love to help all of our students and see them successful one day. So enroll in one of our programs and we'll be there to support you. Thank you. Take care, everybody.